Hello, hello. This is very exciting. We're stepping up into new ground here. New streaming opportunities. Hello, hello. Anybody who's here? We are going to do some fun Balatro Naneinf attempts. Switching it up some Pokemon. Switching it up from some Pokemon into some Balatro here. I have been on a pretty good kick here of attempting this challenge. For folks who might not know what Balatro is, it's a nice, fun little card game. Wonderful game of the year last year. Incredibly well done indie game. You play some poker hands and you watch big number go up. And for this challenge, we're going to be doing specifically an attempt to reach the highest score possible in the game, which is Naneinf, essentially infinity. You can think of it that way. And we are attempting it through there's very specific things that we've got to do in order to reach this Naneinf score. I got interested in this. I've been playing Balatro by myself for a long time. I was on a big, months long quest to unlock all the gold stakes, which I did. It's all on my phone. And I wanted for something different challenge. So we're gonna be doing this. So this is Naneinf Unseeded without legendary jokers. If you do legendary jokers, you can pick up a card which is called Perkio. Really makes it really easy to accomplish this goal, whereas the non-legendaries is a little bit more challenging. It seems a little bit more fun. We'll be playing on. This is a very a specific deck called the Plasma deck. Typically in Balatro, when you play your hands, you're gonna have. I'll just load into game here. You'll see on the left there's that blue and that red thing. Blue is for chips, red is for mult. All of the poker hands have a respective score to them, the amount of chips and the amount of mult. You multiply them together, big numbers happen. And so typically in Balatro runs, these are the chip mult equation is just like this. But for this specific one, in order for us to reach Naneinf, we have to play the Plasma deck, where before those two numbers multiply together, the numbers balance each other out in the middle. So if it was... this is so bad. I'm going to put myself on the spot for simple math. But essentially, the blue chips and the malt, they equal each other out on both sides, and then they multiply to each other. Creates bigger numbers. Much easier for us to get to Naneinf here. And so on here, we're going to be looking for some very specific cards, and I have given some wonderful little images here to help us find what we're searching for. So the 5 cards just below me are the 5 necessary cards that we need. The strategy all circles around the Baron and the Mime, which are here and there. Baron lets you, here, we can do this. Into collection, bloop, into jokers, where's Baron? Baron, okay. So Baron lets all of your kings, that are held in your hand, they give 1 point times 5 mult. And then you combo that with the Mime, where Mime lets you... Where is Mime? Where is the mime? Is it gonna be on the same page as the Baron? No, it's this other direction. Where is mime? There's mime. Okay. Where mime is, you get to re-trigger all card held in abilities. So kings held in hand, trigger once, mime re-triggers them again. We then want to turn, so we want to build our deck into all kings. We're turning a normal 52 card deck, we're going all into kings. And then what we want to do is we want to essentially, we're going to be enhancing our cards. We're going to be turning our cards into gold cards and steel cards. Early in the run, we want to get gold to make money, but steel will help us, as you see here, 1.5 times mult when the card stays in hand. So you multiply that with the Baron, with the mime, goes crazy. Then we want to make our red seals, which re-triggers the card again. Again, re-triggering 1.5, 1.5. And so we need those cards in order to reach the Naneinf. But then we have the cards Brainstorm and Blueprint. They're essentially almost the same thing, whereas Brainstorm gives you a copy of your leftmost Joker, while Blueprint just copies the Joker to the right. And so that will let us duplicate our Barons and our Mimes, thus scaling even further. I believe you want to be able to have either 5 or 6 Barons and Mimes in your Joker hand. So we will have to be trying to make our make the amount of Jokers that we have. It starts at 5. We have to make that bigger. So we'll be doing some things along the way in order to do that. And then additionally, you see that one last thing, that is the why am I forgetting the name of it? Is Bandit, I believe, or the Burglar? Yes, the Burglar. So the Burglar, this card is specifically needed for the exact scenario to accomplish the Naneinf. You only have one chance in order to get this. And so what this does, the Burglar lets you increase your hand size +3. You lose all your discards. What essentially we are doing is we have to reach a very specific boss blind, which happens after every 3 like antes you do, 3 little rounds, where after you play or discard, you always draw 3 cards. So we have to do this really far on in the attempt, and we have to put our Burglar in position to like increase our hand size like a huge amount, so we can multiply our kings so much more. That will be able to get us to Naneinf. So those are the 5 cards that are required. All the ones that are underneath are going to be really beneficial along the way, not entirely needed to accomplish. I guess the DNA sort of is kind of needed, but we'll kind of get there. The first 3 below us are going to be they're money maxing. We want to get as much money as we possibly can at the beginning, so that we can re-roll so many times in our shop and find the Jokers that we need. I'll explain those gold ones as we get along. Those are the first 3: the little envelope one, the mask, and the golden ticket. After that is the I believe Invisible Joker, which lets you sell it and duplicate a card. Great for getting duplicate Barons, Mimes, Blueprints, Brainstorms, all like that. DNA lets you copy your held in cards in hand. So if you have a king that's had the red sealed, we're gonna duplicate those and just start making more and more. Whereas next to it is the trading card that lets you delete cards, so we can delete all the things that are not kings in the deck. Sixth Sense, which is after that trading card, that little like spooky purple face, that is going to allow us to delete 6s in our hand in order to get something which is called a spectral card. It will allow us more opportunities to increase our Joker size so we can accomplish this goal. After that is the cola, something cola, like soda cola, whatever. That is in order for us to get more vouchers, and more vouchers is going to help us burn through all 32 vouchers in order to get the ones that we need here, which are going to be antimatter, yeah, antimatter is going to be good. Overstock's going to be good. Getting some liquidation for stuff. The rerolls are going to be really important. Hand size will also be really important as well. But then we specifically, the Jokers, excuse me, in order to get this retcon, which lets you reroll the boss blind unlimited times. That will make sure we guarantee get the Serpent, which bases our hand so very, very large, accomplishing this goal. And then the last card down there is Showman with a little top hat. He's gonna allow us to find duplicates of Jokers in shops. So that's another way, similar to the Invisible Joker earlier, in order to get multiples of the same same card. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. It'll kind of start making sense as we go along here, but we're gonna be doing this for like, I don't know, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours or so. Just wanted to vibe and go into this. So first off here, we just want to, again, these early rounds in the plasma deck are going to be really easy to get past because of just how the nature of the challenge goes. So we'll just kind of be, again, we're money maxing here, trying to get as much as possible. And we also want some early cards in order to help us score pretty well. So we'll do Mystic here and just keep going. Whoops. So I think you only really need like a 2-pair with higher cards in order to get past this early part of the game. Good there. Bloodstone. I love this card. Not necessarily needed for this challenge, but we shall keep moving along. Okay, very perfect. We'll just discard here in order to help our Mystic Stomach give us some more mult, and get us through the first ante. I'm very excited. I've been trying this challenge now for I think it's probably been at least like a couple. Look who decided to show up. Right off the bat, really good start. Really good here. We're actually gonna spend a lot here. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take the death. And we don't necessarily do this right now, but let's do Mega to see if we can find any so we didn't find anything we want here. So the Mega Packs will help us find the red seal, the red seals on the cards that we need. It doesn't necessarily have to be a king as long as it's close to a king, because then we have other ways of making the card even higher. So we're just gonna skip here, and we're definitely gonna pick up his hieroglyph later on. Gives us more opportunities to, get through the ante. And also removes the voucher from the pool to find that retcon that we're looking for. So the mime isn't going to do anything really right now, but we are definitely going to be picking up because we need it. Whoops, didn't mean to discard like that. But yeah, I've been trying the challenge now for like a couple months here. I got really, really, really close once. It was really, really unfortunate, like what happened. I was vibing. We were going like really, really well. We made it to, I think we can see it here. Stats. This is the record right here. So it got to E43. It was ante 17, and I was trying to find like, I forget exactly. Excuse me. I was trying to find something. I was looking for something very specific. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was either like a. Oh, that's what it was. I was trying to find. I'd sold the cola to get the duplicate vouchers, and I just found it in the first round in 17. I was like, okay, boom, we got it. That's exactly what we needed. We needed this really bad. I clicked it, and I immediately went into the next round, and I didn't pay attention to the what the score was in order to pass. Because all I had to do was to move. I had the burglar at the time. I just had to move the burglar into the different position to give me more hands. And I didn't do that, so I lost that immediately. It was like so disheartening. Of like, I was so close. I haven't reached this highest number close since. But we have since brushed ourselves off, gotten back into the table, I guess what it is, and gone again. Okay, we'll attempt to jump out here. Ooh. So ectoplasm is the spectral card that we need. This gives us the greater Joker slot. Having it this early is a little spooky, but I think we're gonna attempt it. Because having that extra slot is pretty good. So let's see here. Whoops. I hope everyone enjoyed that picture. Okay, so we can still hold off a little bit. A little bit here. We'll get this to get us a higher score on the full houses, which should help us get us to this ante. Because I do want to pick up something else too. Because the mime alone is not doing anything. It's going to help us long term, but not helping us anything right now. Okay, well this is kind of not the best, but we definitely got to pick this up. And I think it's got to be this. The gift card is not too bad either for money maxing here at the beginning, but we need a little bit of that in order to help us through. Okay. Here, we'll keep the king just in case we have to burn our death card. Because we might have to burn it here in order to help us get through. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do that. Okay. So yeah, we definitely would have lost here, but with that death card, we'll burn it and be able to get through here just fine. Okay, I would really like, there's like super cheap, I'm getting a lot of mult cards, which is not really the best. Because we wanna getting chips early on in this in this deck is a lot better than Malt. So there is a potential that we might lose here. 'Cause I can't pick up any of those. I think we just gotta send it. Debating this. Okay, we'll see here. Okay, so there's our full house that we need. Okay, so the full houses will get us to, so it's around that 2,500 range. God, it's still mult maxing here. This is very unfortunate. We'll pick this up just in case. Again, there's like there's really common jokers that just give you like 50 chips or whatever, and that's a lot better than what we have going on right now. We can. I also don't have a lot of money either. So something else about Balatro too is that every time you beat the blinds, every time you beat one of them, you get some extra. You get money for beating it, and then extra interest based on every $5 that you have. So trying to keep the money like above that $5 range, a $5 increment is good to maximize like what you get for your money. Okay, so there's our full house. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to pick up something here to help us do this. Hiker is interesting, but it's not going to help us in the immediate. I could also go into the Celestial pack and pick up something to help with this. I think we're going to do that. We're going to take up the Celestial pack. Not really what I'm looking for. We'll pick up the 3 of a kind, just in case we don't make those full houses. And I want to pick up a standard pack. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me. Do I want to pick up a standard pack now? I'm not really sure. So Hiker is good for making those chips bigger, but it doesn't help us. Like you see here, it's like every card you play permanently gets five chips, but that is, it doesn't take into effect the time that you play it. It's the 5 chips are added at the next time that you play that card. So not really what we're looking for here. We'll just go next round. We might actually lose here. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna start playing cards. Is the flush worth it here? Flush might be worth it. Okay, we'll flush this. Okay, so that will help there. So it actually might be better to go for the flushes for this, because those are going to be easier to get than our full houses, especially since this boss blind is going to discard random cards. Okay, whew. Spooky, 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 spooky. Okay, please. I just need some chips. Just some chips. Very fun Joker. Madness, not something we need, but we're going to... What is 3 of a kind going to get us? That's going to get us almost the same as... Yeah, 77. Okay, cool. So we'll do that, and we'll increase our hand size. So... There's another thing, what's really great about this game is, like, even if you don't find what exactly you're looking for, there are still ways in order to help you like survive, like a really good roguelite would do. So I'll call this out here while we're here. The soda cola here at the bottom here that I'm talking about to let you get duplicate vouchers. This voucher tag right here is what we combo that soda with. So if we find that along, and we've sold the soda beforehand, we'll put that up later on the run. Okay. We'll do this. I'll give us a little bit more. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, cool. So yeah, really need something here. Need some chips. We got our mime ready to go, but as long as we get like chips, or honestly, we need money. That works too. More celestial. Increase full health some more. Any chips would be really, really great right now. Any sort of them. Okay, we're gonna play a card here to make sure that our discards are a little bit more beneficial. We can maybe pull an ace or four. Nope. So we might be dead here. Yeah, I think we are indeed dead. So unfortunately. Yep. Unfortunately, it was not kind to us. But we go again. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. We got exactly what we needed with the mime, but we didn't get anything to help us in the early game. Again, any sort of chips at all would have helped a lot. In probably retrospect, I probably didn't need to pick up the mime there. It was just calling my name. We need it for the run. We might as well pick it up here. We'll go on our merry way. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That gets us a straight. Passes through the first ante here. Boom. 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 See, this is what I'm talking about. It came a little bit too late. If I had this in that last run, it would have been beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So we'll pick it up here for 3 of a kind. And we'll take a peek in the buffoon pack here. Sure. Jolly Joker. I guess I could have played that. But we're going for that 3. But this should get us through, no problem. Towers are interesting. Again, give me some more of those chips. We'll take a peek in the Arcana here first. If we can get, yeah, as I say, if we don't get anything, we get a Hermit. That gets us some money back. We'll pick up the stone. And continue on. Perfect. And we are through. I might end up selling the tower later on, but it's good for we need to get out of jail free card. Out of something specific. Okay. So satellite isn't too bad. It isn't in our list of helpful cards, which are that second row below here. The ideal ones. It's still money though, which is exactly what we want. So the satellite is going to be able to give us $1 at the end of the round for every planet card that we use. So you see right there, I just picked up that Neptune. That was so I can get that extra $1 here coming up. So we shall continue on here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. We'll just start playing cards until we can find some kings or aces. Apologies. I don't know why. My nose is so itchy tonight. I don't know why. So yeah, you can see here the satellite gives us the extra $1. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll plop in the Arcana, see if we can get any money. Devil's pretty good. So Devil is our way to get us gold cards. And that will be good later on. So I actually kind of want to do that here. To get us a gold card in hand. That will again help us with the for money later on. And we'll might as well take a peek in the buffoon here. I guess I'll take a raised fist. I don't really know entirely if picking up these, like, the Wily Joker will carry us for a couple rounds. You saw it got us like 10k in score. I actually don't know if it's technically good to get these mult jokers, but we're gonna go it because we're all about attempting this, and all that fun stuff. Okay, so we'll do this. Discard to try to find some 6s or 5s. Actually, it's probably better to do this and just go all in on the jacks. Okay, that actually works much better. Look at that. All right, we get through. We get our gold from the Joker and from our satellite. So we're gonna be keeping up for some planet cards here to help buff that the satellite as well. Speaking of which, let's have we'll increase a 4 of a kind. That will still help with the Wily Joker here. The Wily Joker is, as long as the hand contains 3 of a kind. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 3 of a kind. It can be, as you saw there, the full houses count and 4 of a kinds, and there's also 5 of a kinds. That also helpful here. I'm also actually going to pick up the standard pack to see if we can find anything good. That's not too bad for tarots. I'm going to pick that up so that I can discard and get more tarot cards. But none of these others are going to be helpful. Okay, we're not too really worried about this boss blind. It's pretty easy. Okay, so there's our 4s, which are great, and we're going to hunt for that jack. Perfect. All right, so we are good to go to pass through this round. That's a nice little 6k. Don't mind that. Still going to pick up some more celestial cards. We'll do 3 of a kind. Satellite is going to be up to. We'll actually pick up the Saturn too. Satellite is now up to $4, which is fantastic. Very, very nice. Okay, don't really need any of those. And I'm actually going to sell this tower so I can make sure I end at the 10. Don't really need playing cards. As much as we do want to burn through the jokers, we can't really do it at the beginning. We have to, again, our focus here at the beginning is money maxing. We want to try to get as much money as possible while also passing the round. Passing the ante, rather. I want to use the correct lingo here. Okay. Just a little bit there. We'll try to build towards those aces. Hopefully they'll show up. Fingers crossed. There we go. And let's do a 4 of a kind because we can. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we got our Diet Cola here. Actually, do we have... Oh, we just missed it. Okay. That's what it is. So Diet Cola is this name of this card. So we're going to do this. So we're going to take this and sell it immediately to get us a little bit of money back. And then so you can see here at the bottom, it gives us a double tag. So when we come back around to this voucher tag again, barring that we have a good amount of money, I'll pick that right up and we'll probably buy both those vouchers. Hop into the Celestial Pack here. We'll level up the full house. Increases our satellite to 5, which is very nice. Okay. We're gonna still attempt this money maxing here and try to find that jack with the gold on it before we play this 3. Perfect. Okay. So there's some other of these tags that are underneath the antes. In Balatro, you want to... There's the choice of either playing the round or taking up the voucher, or taking up the tag rather at the bottom of it. When you get to more like higher level play and stuff we're doing here, you want to be... It's kind of disincentivized to take that tag, because if you take the tag, you lose out on money. That's the big thing. You trade money that you get by beating the round in lieu of whatever that tag is, and typically they're not really going to be beneficial for you in your run. But what is going to be beneficial here is we are going to pick up the Scary Face. Scary Face, very good early Joker. Again, gives you more chips. The chips is what we want here at the early game, and then we'll be pivoting over to Molt once we find our Baron and our Mime. Okay, we'll pick up this pack here. Hanged Man is going to be great for burning some cards. So we're actually going to burn, or destroy rather, the 2 and the Ace. The Ace is interesting in these runs that you do want to actually they are okay to delete like this, because they're going to be really difficult to turn into kings. There's a card that called Strength that lets you increase the number of your card by 1. And aces, you have to go from ace goes to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't work. So destroying them with Hanged Man or turning them into kings with death are the only way to get rid of them. So we're going to do that. Get rid of those. And we have a second one here. And we're going to plop this steel on the king for future use. And we might as well pick up the standard pack here while we're at it. Nothing that we need. So all spades are debuffed. Not too big of a deal here. That 3 from earlier has shown up, so we should have a wonderful death here. Okay, so we'll do this first to just start to burn some things. We want to... I kind of want to... I guess we can save the death, because we don't necessarily need it here. I was debating if I wanted to death the jack that was gold, but I might hold on to it for a bit until we need it, or we get a red seal card. If we get that red seal card, we're deathing that immediately. We're turning those cards into those red seals, and we're going to be off to the races. Cool. Okay, lots of things here. So first we'll search these standard packs. Nothing that we need here. That's not too bad either. I'm going to pick this up as well. 10s are going to be close to kings if we want to strength them. Plus it gives us a steal that we need, which is nice. And then if we also discard it for more tarot cards. And then do I want to... I will be getting this overstock this this round, but not quite yet. Okay, so 10k is our goal. 10k we've accomplished fairly easily. Cool, and there's our strengths that we were talking about earlier. So we're gonna do... We'll do this. Again, I know I already have won this round. It's just trying to maximize. Again, we're gonna hunt for that that jack that's gold. There we go. And we shall do this. So yeah, so we're at 14k right now, which is a little bit low. We probably want to try to pick up some other jokers here to help us through this. So we'll plop into here. We'll pick up the high card, because we're going to be eventually playing high cards in this deck in order to win. So our satellite now is at 7, pretty solid. And we still have one more after this. Okay, and then we'll do this. I think we have all of those, right? No, we don't have pair. Perfect. Okay, so now our satellite's at 8. We shall continue. Play this. Cool. I was hoping for that. So I kept that queen there in order to do exactly this right here. So now those queens are now kings. If we take a look at our deck, whoops. There we go. I had to figure out what the controls here. We now have 6 kings. So that's going to be good for us right now in order to have a better chance of pulling the kings in order to score. And will help with the scary face here. So I think I just want to go through this round. Okay, cool. So we'll pick this up. I should have done the Arcana first. So ideally, what you want to do is you want to Arcana to try to find... There's a good chance to find these money cards, which are Temperance and Hermit, which will give you more money. Technically, you want to do that first, but I don't do that sometimes. We'll make this queen into a devil here. And then click the overstock. So now this will let us have 3 jokers here, which are very, very nice. Seltzer is actually going to help us a little bit here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take up the Seltzer, because the Seltzer will help re-trigger the scary face here in the short term. And get that. We're kind of nearing... I don't think we need... We just got to find a flush, and then our satellite is at the max that it can be. Okay, we do have a 3 of a kind here, but I want to try to minimize how much money I'm losing, and I'd rather play the face cards when I can, which is exactly what we got right here. Cool. So yeah, so now we're at 40k. Just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Square Joker is pretty decent for, again, chip maxing. We're kind of all in on this scary face Joker. I mean, I guess they could technically get rid of the Jolly Joker right now, which we'll do that. But Juggler's also pretty good. I actually take up the juggler because that gives us another hand size and a better chance to pull those kings that we want to. Okay. We'll delete these aces because we've already deleted some before. Search for the standard pack. Any red seals? Nope. And we shall continue. So we got a pretty good run here going so far. Again, it's all going to be. This should take us. As at the rate that we're going, we should be able to get to ante 8, which is pretty solid. Ante 8 is like the end of the normal Balatro runs. But we're going well beyond 8. Okay. We are going to pick up this Midas Mask immediately here. So this is one of the cards that are going to be super helpful. So the Midas Mask turns all of our face cards into gold cards. That combos really well when we pick up the Mime because it will re-trigger with the Mime. And if you have a red seal on it, that triggers twice again. So the Midas Mask really, really good here. I'm actually going to... I will dump the juggler that I just picked up and pick this Midas Mask up. Again, very good. Getting good. We're just continuing to money max here. God, none of these are good. I don't really want any of these. We're gonna skip. It stinks that we have to skip 2 pulls of the tarots, but we don't really need any of that. Okay, I will strength these cards. Again, we're trying to just build our deck into kings. That is our goal. Okay, so I do want to get that 3, so we'll turn that into a stone. Hello, Jack. Hello. Welcome. We are fairly I should say fairly deep. We've just got a good run going here of trying to attempt the Naneinf unseeded no legendary jokers challenge. Okay. Cool. So I'm okay burning the... So this is... We had the Steel Kings from earlier. Which are going to be nice, but they're going to be better later in the run. That was one of the things that I learned while trying to watch other people attempt this challenge. That for me as a player, I was focusing too much on getting the steel red seals early. I thought those were most important. But it was actually better to get the gold red seal kings first before you turn them into steals, because the steals are needed when you would get to that Naneinf, and you don't need them earlier on. Okay, so we'll pick this up here. We'll take a Pecorino. We already have a decent amount of purple seals. We don't need those anymore. Do I want to try to find that? Oh, you here to steal my strats? Go right away, steal it. I have yet to accomplish this challenge. I've not reached Naneinf yet. The highest I've gotten is E43. I was telling this earlier, but it was a very unfortunate run where I could have actually gotten past this ante. I just found a voucher. A tag that I needed. I picked it up really fast and didn't look into the next ante. And I lost because of that. I didn't put my jokers in the right position, and it was very sad and demoralizing. But we have moved on past that and continuing on here. Okay, so this one will be a little bit tricky. Never mind, it's not gonna be that tricky. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do some expert play here. I'm going to play the pair first so I can get those jacks gold for later on, because I already know we're going to be fine here with all these kings. We burn a little bit of our seltzer, but that's totally fine. Okay, we need to buff up a little bit here. Flush isn't going to help here. We definitely want to pick up this director's cut, so I'm going to pick that up immediately. Thank you for the beaver, Jack. I see you are enjoying the default YouTube emotes here. Okay, I'm gonna look into these celestial packs, try to find more ways right there. Rockwell, hello, welcome. We're on a pretty good run here. Trying to attempt this. We're attempting to try to get the Naneinf, which is essentially Affinity, trying to get the highest score in Balatro here. We had a run that kind of failed just before this, but we got a good one going here. I'm gonna roll down a little bit. Thank you for the otter, Jack. Okay, Hierophant's pretty good. I can't really pick up Hierophant because that's gonna interfere with the minus mass that we're doing. So we're just gonna leave that. Okay. Okay, so we'll do this. Hey, there's our Jupiter that we need for our satellite. So satellite is the max that it can possibly be. As technically, it can go a little bit higher if we get the 5 of a kinds, flush 5s, and flush full houses, but we're not doing that. I'm probably going to be pivoting out of this satellite here soon. Because we're going to get rid of I'm debating it. If our minus mass is already in pretty good position here, so I might dump the minus mask. We're going to have to get out of seltzer soon. And try to find some more cards that are going to be helpful to us here. Okay, so again, we are money maxing. Yeah, we'll just do this. Yeah, 44. That's even with the seltzer. So we're kind of struggling a little bit here. We're about to like lose some steam. Hello. Good to see you, Liam. Yeah, the grind's fun. I was telling earlier, like I was attempting to do this. I just completed gold stakes on all the decks, and I was trying to find something else to do, and so this is my next thing. And I figured, let's stream it. Okay, 4 of a kinds. That's gonna be useful. Again, the planets are gonna help us to get through these early rounds here. Ooh, okay. Now this is pretty good. I will definitely take this Blue Seal King. Lets us get a planet card at the end of the round, and we're actually gonna roll down a little bit here. That is good. I think I'm gonna pick up the Sock and Buskin here. So if we're trying to get to 9 each round, that means we have to get an equivalent of 3 gold in our hand. If I dump the satellite now, because the Sock and Buskin is going to help us get through to 8. Retriggering these scary face cards. Again, chip maxing here at the beginning. Because we got 4 left on the seltzer. I think I'll dump satellite and pick up Sock and Buskin for now. And go from there. Yeah, no, I love Sock and Buskin too. Back in like regular, like during like the normal runs, if you do like Sock and Buskin plus Photograph, plus Hanging Chad, that is such a satisfying combo right there. We don't necessarily need it for this run, but I do love me some Sock and Buskin. Okay. You know what? This is our last ace. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna burn the death here. We'll do this to get the gold. We burn a seltzer, but that's okay because we're gonna be moving out of it here soon. And then we'll play the 3 of a kind. Save that queen just in case I have to play it. Cool, 105. So, a thing like I like to do in this challenge to help kind of like pace myself is seeing this 105 gets an idea of like, okay, where's our next like barrier, our next like gate, like of how much we need for this, and that gives me like a timeline of like, okay, how much flexibility can I do to spend to find the cards that I need to in that allotted timeline to make sure I pass that barrier. So that 105 barrier. Okay, satellite has come back to us. Is orbited but we are not picking it back up again, unfortunately. Cool. I'm gonna continue making these kings because we're entirely dependent on the Midas Mask now. We're actually almost ready to dump the Midas Mask. If we can put it on the blue king, that will be pretty much my sign I'm ready to dump it. I'm gonna take the 4 of a kind here, and actually I might do a 1 reroll. Any good? Okay. Actually, is reserve? No. It's kind of the same. It's actually kind of worse, the reserve parking right now. So we're playing with the player face cards. This will help us get more money. Again, money maxing. We might have to play a couple hands here in order to get us through. But to help with that, pick up a Celestial. Full house. Okay. I might reroll again. We'll take it. Oh, wee Joker. I don't think I have. I've been burning 2. I know I burned at least 1 2. Yeah, I only have 2 2s left, so it's not good to pick up the wee Joker. If wee Joker was here earlier, we'd be wee maxing. We'd be playing 2s as much as we possibly can because this is fantastic for this deck. But we unfortunately cannot take it right now. Okay, cool. So there's our king that we want. So these are definitely not, I mean, I guess that's definitely a king right there because we have no more aces left. We'll discard this and we'll burn these 2. We Jokers, I always get it Omega late. I've already deleted every 2. I know, it's so unfortunate. It's a great card. Sometimes it comes a wee bit too late. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing about dumping the seltzer is that we are going to be struggling a little bit here. That 105 barrier that I had earlier is not going to be helping us here too much anymore. +1 discard is not too bad. Okay, Okay, looking for some standard packs. Nothing good. I would love a red seal. Just a red seal. Another blue. Don't really need that right now. I think I'm gonna have to reroll here. See, honest would be great if I had ability. I mean, I guess I could technically make a straight flush. But it's better to find Sixth Sense here. Invis Joker, very good card that we do want to pick up. I can't pick it up now because the goal of the Invisible Joker is once we have our Barons and our Mimes, then we're off to the races. So we're not going to pick that up right now, unfortunately. I'll pick a banner here. That will kind of help us a little bit on the chips front. I'll reroll one more. Oh, Seltzer's back. Nope. Out. Seltzer back in. Beautiful. Okay. Also, one of the things I'm doing is right here where I've been keeping this card in my hand. I don't technically need it, but if you keep the tarot cards in your hand like this, they won't show up in the shop, which is what we do to help like push the odds into getting the cards that we want. So this gives me a little bit better odds of finding deaths, hangmans, devils, and chariots for this challenge. Oh, this is what a great first hand. Speaking of hanged man, blop. Okay. I'll attempt to find. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So we'll four of a kind here, and we're gonna be. Look at this money. Money, 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 money. Ugh. Numbers go up is very fun. Very, very fun. Arcana to try to get some monies that I was speaking of before. Here's our money, more money. And red seal? I will take it. That 9 is what we need. So we pick up this 9 right here. So now we're trying to find strength cards. We want to turn this 9 into a king. So we have to find 1, 2, 3, 4 strength cards, which is totally possible. That is our next goal. We want to get we have to get the 9 up to the king, and we got to delete all these other cards. We're gonna keep going down here. I'm okay with doing that. Okay, we'll do this. We'll sell this here to Emperor. We lost the Emperor rules. Unfortunate. But where are we at right now? We're at... This is our 105. But we should be good now that we picked up Seltzer again. Okay. Okay, we'll break this. We'll use the High Priestess to possibly increase that. We don't really need this. Okay. I want to play this hand, try to preserve a discard here. That is technically a 3. We'll do that. We'll play this 3 of kind. So if we win with this, yeah, I didn't think we were gonna win it with that. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. We'll play this here. We're gonna get ourselves a 3 of a kind for the blue seal. That will help the 3 of kinds are a little bit easier to make right now because we haven't thinned our deck quite much. So making that card a little bit better is going to be super beneficial. Okay, so we don't technically need the standard packs anymore, but I'm still going to roll down to see if I can find anything good. Anything better in here. I love me a stuntman. Stuntman's not too bad. The problem is we've been building our hands to try to be 3 of a kinds and 4 of a kinds in order to pass. So that gives us, yeah, 4 of a kind is our ideal that we want to do. We can't really do that with Stuntman. Because if we're playing 3, because we'd probably be pivoting to pairs and possibly 3 of a kinds. I think the math works out better keeping what we're doing. I'm sorry, Stuntman. I would love to pick you up, but I cannot, unfortunately. Nothing there. Turtle bean. I didn't put this in the. You see below here, we've got the 5 on top is what we need, and the bottoms are like helpful cards. Turtle bean almost made the list. Turtle bean is actually a pretty good card for this run because it gets, especially later on, if you need more kings in your hand to do this strat, then Turtle bean is the way to go. That could actually be helpful instead of the seltzer here. What I'd have bean for... No. I don't think I can do it. I think we have to keep doing what we're doing. Oh, we were 1,000 off. That's good to know. I'm glad I didn't pivot. So wow, even our 4 of a kinds are struggling here. Ooh, we might be losing some steam here, folks. It's not going to be... I mean, I guess I'll... A Justice is not a bad way to get rid of cards in hand. We'll plop it on the 9. +1 hand size is gonna... I mean, what's our this? Very large blind? Oh, I think we are definitely dead here unless we find something to help us. Because how much seltzer do we have? 4? Ooh. That doesn't help us beat the... Oh wait, actually, I have a reroll, I think. I actually think I do. Okay, so I think I'll actually stop here. I'd like to take the mail-in rebate, but with what we're playing right now, the business card is going to be better. Why mail-in rebate is good for this challenge is if we end up finding the blueprints and the brainstorms, we can put the mail-in rebate to have those copy the blueprint and brainstorm copy it, and you just get $5 multiple times. So this is money maxing guaranteed right there. Okay. Okay, cool. So we do have a reroll Boss Blind. I'm going to reroll it now to see what we're going to fight instead of that. That's fine. I can work with that. No problem. That will definitely keep us alive in this challenge. Okay. Debating if I want to make a 3 of a kind or a 4 of a kind. I think we do this. We won't win here, but it allows us. Oh, I still do the 4 of a kind that I want to. Perfect. Never punished. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll make ourselves a 4 of a kind because the 4 of a kind is going to be the better bump in the long run. As much as I'd love to still keep building the 3 of a kind. Cool. Okay. Okay. This decides what I want to do right here. Okay. No! I hit the wrong button. Unfortunate. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. I mean, we're already going to be... We're already going to be pivoting out of the seltzer here. It's not going to last us all the way to the... Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be picking up the DNA here. And I'm going to try for something... Okay. I'm gonna start building those kings up a little bit. That tended to help us a bit. Okay, so we'll... Okay. That's what we wanted to see. If that got a 75 before, this should be fine. Okay. We're on the razor's edge here. One little thing could mess this up. Including that. Okay. That was tough. That was really struggling towards the end there. The sock and buskin did help, but it didn't help as much as I thought it would help. But that's fine. Okay. We're going to do one more attempt tonight. And then wrap up stream. That was so well timed. Because one little mistake could help us. Oh no. That's okay. That's the thing. The Unseeded definitely, like, you're gonna have to be trying a couple times to get what you need. Okay, we're gonna do Chaos the Clown, get us the free reroll. I do like a Cardomancer. Cardomancer's not too shabby here. Okay. We're playing 3 of a kinds yet again. I think this still lets us win. No, it doesn't. Math is hard, guys. Blue Joker's not that bad. I would love to have a clearance sale, but I don't think we're picking it up here. Yeah, there's no way we can't pick it up. So we'll just go all on this. So Blue Joker is pretty good early on. Odd Todd. That's not going to get us enough to buy it. Okay. So yeah, Blue Joker is great early on. Gets us, again, gets us chips that we need, so we can just play a hand and win early on, though. Beating the round earlier also gets you more money with the remaining hands you see there. I think I'm gonna egg it up. Helps us get some money in the long term. At least, not in the long term, but like in the near immediate future. Okay, we'll hanged man these. Doesn't really help with the Blue Joker because it kind of doesn't synergize well, but we're plenty fine on the blue. Ooh, early blueprint. Alrighty. I think I will get rid of you and bring you in. So now we're definitely fine here. Because we'll be getting 160 chips each round. Perfect. Okay. We're good. We have accomplished one of our necessary jokers. Beautiful. So now we can start money maxing. Faces Joker helps with that. We'll do that. And I will sell you. And go again. I was hoping to find another face card to help with Faceless Joker, but I deny. Paintbrush is good. We'll get that later. Oh, we got some good stuff here. Okay, trading card will help us thin the deck. Showman helps us find that blueprint again. Square Joker is going to be net better chips than the Blue Joker. But that's common. This is uncommon. I'm going to take the trading card because thinning our deck is really important here. So I don't have to take this paintbrush here. Not quite yet. Alrighty. So we definitely gotta find something out of this Blue Joker because we're on set to really thin our deck really fast. which is going to be tough. So, we'll get rid of Egg. We'll pick up Gold Joker. We'll pick up the Gold Seal Queen. Why not? And we don't need this. The Gold Seal is going to be more important than the Steel right now. Yeah, it's definitely tricky. Once it gets rolling, then you get the vibe of like, okay, you'll be clearing things like really easy. Once you get the Baron and once you get the Mime, you're kind of off the races. It's just getting it started is the key. Let me actually double my money first, and then we'll paintbrush. And we'll do a reroll. Okay. Hierophant isn't too shabby. We'll get rid of the 5 to make sure that we got that. And we will Hierophant the Joker. The Jacks, rather. Oh, actually, I realized I can be doing something different. So... Burglar. Burglar is technically in the cards that we need. We don't need it now. Burglar is like the last card you need to accomplish this. So we will pick it up later on in our journey. But we'll do this. Let's turn you into a tower. Actually, no, we're gonna do this. We're gonna sell this. We're gonna High Priestess. Perfect. Cool. Buff these a little bit. And I do want to sell that because I want to move the blueprint here so that we get 2 tarot cards each turn. And we'll see what we got here. That'll actually kind of be worth it down the line. Because we're thinning our deck really fast here. Okay, then we move our... Make sure we blew our blueprint back there. Cool, 17. Okay. Minus Mask will be better in the long term because we're going to be... Our deck's going to be face cards before we know it. Not worth it. Make sure to move you over there. We'll bump the pairs. Oh, they're giving me really good cards. Oh, no. Well, okay, so the DNA will be helpful once we start to... Yeah, okay, I see the vision. Okay, we're going to have a pivoting out of the Cardomancer right now, which is unfortunate, but is worth it long term. We pick you back up. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be thinning our deck to just the face cards. And then, once we get our face cards, we're going to be playing the DNA on a gold king, which will become gold because of the Midas Mask. DNA will duplicate that card, and then it will duplicate it again with blueprint. So we will be we will still be building enough to keep the Blue Joker relevant with this. Beautiful. Okay. Unfortunately, the blueprint I don't believe is compatible. Yeah, not compatible with that. But we shall do this. Oh, I need to... Minus Mask needs to go first. Because that didn't work exactly as I wanted to. Because the Midas Mask needs to go off before the DNA. Everything goes from left to right. But not the end of the world. They're going to be Midas anyway, so... We'll take a peek. I can't resist. If he came a little bit later, once the deck was thinner, I'd pick out that face, that scary face. Carterman is back. We're not picking you up there, bud. I'm sorry. We'll keep building the Mars, because we're going to be at a point where we'll be able to play the 4 of a kinds, which will be quite nice. Okay. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a better planet card, but so be. Okay. Ideally, right now, we really want to find... If we find these red seals in here, we are off to the races. No, not going to be worth it. Red seal, please. Red seal, red seal. Nope. Okay. Very nice. We don't really need polychrome for this. Is that Wily Joker worth it? Is that going to be better than the Blue Joker? It is actually going to be better than the Blue Joker. So we'll pivot that into here. Where's our deck right now? Not quite thin yet, but we will be getting there. But now I can discard to my heart's content. How's this to that? Okay, that's actually better. Make sure that's moved. And so ideally, if we find this red seal, that's gonna be really, really good. Because then we can start duplicating that card. Okay. We're picking up blank immediately. Fun fact, when I started Balatro and I saw this blank voucher, for some reason I thought there was like the way to like unlock the whoops. I took a picture again. Where is it? Options, collection. Yeah, collection, vouchers. In order to unlock the antimatter, I had to, like, you had to buy blank 10 times, I think was this. For some reason in my brain, I was like, oh, in order to get antimatter when I'm playing the game, I have to buy the blank voucher 10 times. You don't. So I thought, I was like, oh, blank's never worth it, because you just have to buy it 10 times, and on the 10th time you buy blank, it will become an antimatter. That's not the case. But we'll be picking up the blank. And we'll keep leveling this up. We'll do one more. Beautiful. Okay. Move this here. Select. We continue to delete. We shall duplicate you. And let us money max. Not quite the money max that we were looking for. Just to make sure that I see what this is getting me. Okay, I think I do have to be kind of playing 4 of a kinds, which is pretty doable now. Can we find a red seal? Nope. Red seal? I will pick up this king, though. The king with a gold seal is not too shabby with what we got going. Okay. Let me try to find that king I just picked up. Nope. That's fine. Oh no! I messed up. Whoops. Not the end of the world. I hope. Oh, did I just steal the run? Oh, I might have stolen the run! No! Oh, no. Shoot. That stinks. Man. If I had moved that blueprint, we would be fine. Unfortunate. That's the attention to detail we gotta have when playing this, unfortunately. So, 07s to this run. Alrighty. I wish I could have brought that longer. I wish I didn't make that mistake there. We had something really, really good here. I basically want to run again. No. I kind of just... I get myself to doing the 2 hours. Or wrapping this one up is my goal. So, we'll finish up the stream there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I wasn't able to get something decently far. But I want to be... I'm gonna keep on attempting this. If I have some free time later in the week, I probably have a bit more free time this week coming up. So after Monday, sometime, I expect to probably be back at it again. But thank you for stopping by, everyone. I appreciate you seeing your faces.